So yo-yo dieting, we've all heard of old school bodybuilding, get as big as possible in the bulk, and then I'll cut up and I'll retain the muscle and magically lose the fat. We know that that does not work. I'm going to go deeper into the details here, but the hyperphagia is after a hard cut. What we find, and this is probably, Doc sitting back there, this is probably as much psychological as it is physiological, probably 50-50, but hyperphagia is a increase in eating rate or eating amounts generally found after a really severe cut. And there's going to be some slides and information presented on that a little bit later. Slide, please. So we need to start with an honest self-assessment. The gold standard, which we do have access to up at USAFA, is the DEXA. I know a few of you guys have already done that. The DEXA is, like I said, the gold standard of body composition. Shortly followed after that is BOD-POD. We have one of those over at Peterson. If you live closer over there, we actually have one here on base at the Army Wellness Center as well. Slide, please. So what I want to show you is, in general terms, easy killer. He's circling that because that's me. So in general, not even a laugh, seriously. Thanks. Pity laugh, I love it. So in general terms, like this guy here, what we generally know of, that would be about 10% from body fat calipers. So if I use the calipers, I'm going to pinch the skin in different spots of my body, and then they've got a formula. Well, the DEXA, because it uses X-ray scanning, what it does is you ever take a piece of steak and you see the red meat, but then it's got marbling of fat in it? We've got that same thing. Okay, so the DEXA is able to pick up our marbling, and also around our organs for function and a little bit of a protective mechanism, there's a lot of fat in and around those as well. So the DEXA is able to pick up all that. So if you got a little bit of fat on the side of your head, it'll pick it up. Whereas skin fold calipers really don't account for all that. So even if you just look at yourself in the mirror, you can kind of see where you may be, and this is pretty accurate for these pictures, utilizing these numbers for the DEXA. When we went to the headquarters of Special Warfare, Katie Frushauer, who is the training squadron's dietitian down in Kirtland, she has been putting together some statistics and found that 18% is the optimal, 18% or better is the optimal zone for special warfare operators, and they looked at injury rates as well as performance on PT tests, and that's how they came up with that. So this guy, not quite this guy, okay? So again, an honest assessment of where you actually are, it's gonna help you pick a direction. So if you're this guy, please don't talk to me about bulking up, okay? You don't need to bulk up because you're above your acceptable zone as a special warfare operator. If you're this guy or this guy, yeah, we can talk about bulking up. And just understand, if you are this guy, and we'll get into this in a little bit more, if you are this guy, during the bulking up phase, some of this may go away and start to look a little bit more like this. That's just how it works, unless you're a younger guy and you're in that first 1.5 to 3 years of training.